Alright people, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a special kit that I built to present to y'all. It'll be the high grade Delta Plus. This kit was so much fun to build and to customize. I can't believe I actually took the time to do this and had the time to do this in between a ransomware event. Oh my god. I'm so happy with the way this turned out with just the limited amount of time I had to build this thing. So happy, so super stoked. Anyway, this comes from Gundam Unicorn. I watched Gundam Unicorn. I thought it was a great show, and I forgot all about this kit. And the moment I saw it, I knew I had to have this kit. I love the way this thing looks. I think it is a beautiful kit, especially for high grade. And I don't say that a lot about these Gundams and gunpla. I really don't, but I really love the way this thing looks. I think it is a phenomenal looking kit. I think it stands out. I think it has really good presence. Oh, so let's go and get into this, right? This kit is not perfect. It really isn't perfect, but its flaws are outweighed by what it is able to do and what it is, right? And so, you know, it is a high grade from 2010, 2011 in that era. So it does have that limited functionality or limited, you know, posing capability and movement and so on and so forth. But I think with the way this was built and the way this was engineered, it's okay. And the reason for that is that it knows, like, it doesn't know, it's not cognizant. But I think when they designed this thing, they designed it knowing full well that this kit was not meant to be that way anyway. Fully posable, fully articulated, have a ton of range of motion, and this and that and the other. I think they knew that going into engineering this thing, and it does a phenomenal job of holding up and being a kit of knowing what it's capable of doing, what it can't do. And so you get full range of motion in the arms, you get semi full range of motion in the legs. You don't get the full split, but you know, you get the full up and down, and this weird like bend at the knee. That was unexpected. Whenever I built this thing, it was unexpected. But you get this weird bend at the knee. You get that full range of motion. You get some crazy bends here. You know, it looks really good. You don't get that double jointed arm. You know, as you would most see. Look, he's flexing. Anyway. You don't get a whole lot of here at the bend at the torso. No ab crunches, no real ab crunches, no backwards, and not a lot of movement here at the head. You know, when it comes to reviewing the high grades, there's not a whole lot that differentiates between one high grade over the next, unless it's like the RX-78 GE. That one's different. That one does stand out differently. But between all high grades from 2010, 2011, 2012, there's not a whole lot of difference when it comes to the way they articulate, the way they move, and the way they're designed. They all kind of follow the same base pattern, the same base formula, right? So you're kind of getting a lot of the same when you buy these kits from that year or from those years. But they all stand out differently, and this one stands out with its looks. And I think, again, as I said, they knew what this kit was capable of doing and what it couldn't do in its design. And I think even with its limitations, it is able to still look really, really good and have really good presence, despite the fact that it itself is very limited in its range of motion. I mean, just look at that. Just with a little bit of movement, this kit is able to do a pretty decent pose, even with the limited articulation. So that's really much it on the kit itself and the way it builds up and the way it's able to move. We've seen this before in a lot of these kits from 2010, 2011, 2012, so not a lot changes here. But what does change here is detail. Detail matters when it comes to these. I've built some kits from this generation that were just bland as can be, bland as toast, right? Nothing special. But what you're able to get here with this kit is detail. I think this is why this is a standout, right? There is a ton of detail. You've got this Decepticon looking face here. I know, it's whatever. I'm comparing it to a Transformer, blah. But you get a Decepticon looking face. You get a pretty good detail here in the torso, not a lot. You can make a lot of this stand out if you wanted to go do some custom painting and get some contrast there, right? And again, you don't get a lot here, but what you do get is here in the arms and here in the legs. And this is where a lot of this stands out, right? Here in the legs and the back and the front. You have these exposed frame pieces that just look amazing. But what bothers me the most about these kits is the color scheme. They use this flat, bland gray that it's just ugly, right? So I took advantage of this and decided I'm going to paint this a darker color, and I did. And I think what this allowed was it gave this kit more presence. It gave this kit more contrast. It allowed it to stand out and be something different. And it allowed it to let this true color pop out. And then you add in some colors like some gold, some bolt gun metal, some blacks here for the panel lining, and you truly have something spectacular, something that truly stands out and allows itself to differentiate itself and really step out from the pack from these kits from 2010 to 2012, 2013. This kit is not perfect, right? It has limited mobility, it has limited movement, it has limited posing capability, but it's detailed to the point where you can customize this enough to where it becomes its own thing and truly stands out. The one disappointing thing about this is the wings, right? There isn't a whole lot of movement here. You get this up and down movement here with these blades or these fins, and you get some here with these fins, and that's all you get. They don't move, they don't do anything, they're stationary, whatever. They act pretty good as stands. If you want to stand the kit up a little bit, you can just do something like this and it acts as a stand, and that's fine. Other than that, very limited in what it can do, but I love it. I absolutely love this kit. I love the way it looks. Now, let's go ahead and get into the weapons. You get your standard ta-da beam sabers, and these things are the traditional everyone gets one kind of thing, right? And they're blue. That's it. You get two of these and they're blue. I decided not to use these, so off those go. But I did build this, which is a shield, which is, for high grade, looks pretty good. No real custom painting here. I did add the dark bolt gun color in there to kind of, again, keep away from that gray, because that gray sucks. But the purple stands out. It looks really good. The panel linings from that Tamiya panel liner, if I finally bought some, that is amazing, by the way. Go and get that. But yeah, there's that. And then finally, this is my favorite piece of this kit. I spent so much time building this, painting it up, trying to get it the way I liked it. I made some mistakes. I know. I don't care. I still love it. I think this is the best part of this kit. This is a standout weapon for the kit. It might only be 5 pieces, but it looked awesome. And that's it. That is my review of this kit. I think it's worth getting. I'm going to buy another one so I can customize it. I think you should buy this kit. If you already have bought this kit, what do you think of it? Anyway, that's the end of this video. I'm done. You're free to go, or you left already. I don't care. Anyway, like and subscribe to the channel. Y'all keep on building. I love you guys. I'll see y'all later.